Well, Andy, well done. In the end, it was job done, but it was eventful.
Yeah, to say the least. It's probably a bit frustrating in the end, but like you say, you come here on a crazy sort of fixture, sort of pile up, and yeah, you just have to get the result, and we did that. But yeah, hopefully at not too much cost with the red cards.
You dominated for longer spells, I thought, in the first half, without actually getting the breakthrough until you scored right on the stroke of half time, really.
Yeah, I thought we had good spells of really sort of keeping them camped in and dominating the game. We just let them out easy on a couple of times, occasions, and gave them a few sniffs, like the disallowed goal. Yeah, I thought we played well in patches, and I think there was the same again in the second half. We started quite bright, and then straight after they scored as well, we had a little period where we showed what we can do. We needed to stay on it a little bit more, and it's hard. It's a tricky sort of playing Monday, Wednesday. It's a crazy sort of fixture pile up, and that made it a bit tricky. And yeah, to be fair, I'm talking about that fair play to the fans, obviously for them as well. They Monday, Wednesday to turn out in the numbers that they did on a Wednesday night after they just all walked out to come and watch us play on Monday as well. It's incredible, and I think in the end they spurred us on to get the win.
There's never a bad time to score, of course, but you scored at good times, right on the stroke of half time, then within the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, I think we should have had a penalty just before we did. You know, there was a blatant handball. Everyone heard the slap, let alone seeing it hit someone's hand. So that was obviously a bit frustrating that we didn't get that before. It's good banter from their staff here, obviously. So yeah, that was a bit frustrating. But yeah, the first half, I think we needed to go in 1-0 up for the dominance that we'd had. And yeah, that was my first sort of little sniff. I think I'd had a shot block before that, but I was just getting frustrated with being manhandled in the box without anything being given. But it's just one of those things. You can't rely on officials at times. You have to make sure you win the game in the right way, and we didn't quite do that sort of comfortably tonight, but we've got the job done and given ourselves a chance still, and we've got to go to Scunny and get something now.
Yeah, there was a kind of mad 15 minutes, wasn't there? You conceded the penalty, two players get sent off, and suddenly it all could have gone horribly wrong at that point.
Yeah, obviously, I couldn't believe Nace, because the first booking, it was actually his foul. We should have had the foul, and then I couldn't believe he booked him for it, which I didn't realise at the time. And then obviously the second one, the kid just nicked it away from him. It's an accidental challenge. I don't think it's a play. The kid's going away from goal. But hey, that's, we can't speak on that too much. Skins was obviously, he said he slipped. It looked a bit silly, the second one for him, but it just put our backs up against the wall then. But the lads dug in. We've shown on the last few games what sort of character we got here, and we give ourselves a real fighting chance with the character we got in the group, and we'll keep fighting to the end.
And for you, 4 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I took myself a target. Obviously, I had to scrap that target when I didn't play for the first half of the season. But yeah, if I can get double figures before the end of the season, I'm on 9 now. That'd be, I think, a reasonable achievement. Still a bit of a frustrating season for me. I feel like I've only just started to hit the ground a little bit now. But games Monday, Wednesday when you're 37 aren't ideal either, especially when you're at work in the morning. So yeah, it's a bit of a life change for me, but I'm getting used to it, and I'm still really enjoying it. I love putting on the Hereford shirt every time, and it was a nice little privilege to have the captain's armband for 20 minutes at the end as well.
A final point, obviously, with all due respect to Banbury, who gave it a real go in the second half, yeah. Scunthorpe's likely to be a different challenge, I guess.
Yeah, to be fair to Banbury, they've lost quite a few recently, but we've seen they've been in the games. They've been not been as bad as probably some of the results have been showing. And they showed tonight they've got some skillful players, they've got some pacey players, they've got some real threats, and they weren't about as bad a side as their league position was probably showing. And they're probably rebuilding, ready for next season now, but they're fighting still, and that was still a tough game. But yeah, Scunny will obviously be the same. They had the odd little up and down in the season, probably not achieve what they wanted to achieve, and they'll be a tough ask at their place in front of a good crowd. But I've had some good days there before, so hopefully I'll have some more now.
Final point of all, the key thing is you're still in there and fighting, really.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to be positive in these situations. You read silly things about people writing us off weeks ago. Like, how can you write people off in this league? It's so tight. Anything can happen. You just got to put a run of results together. Obviously, we haven't always been doing that, but we're still fighting. We'll keep fighting, and it's not the be all and end all on the weekend either. But we'll go there and hopefully get a result.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cheers.